We have Darklords for you today. We've also got Assault Mode Elven Notes and Aslepiscu FTK. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us. Now, we're going to start off here with some Darklord action. Now, I have loved watching what the OCG tries to do with this deck every single week because it feels quite innovative for what they're doing. This week we got Impulses kind of trying to bridge together. I also do see, obviously, Herald of Orange Light is restricted to one, which is a little bit of a hurting note for this deck because, I mean, if you had more of these, I feel like you'd be able to combo up way more. But in terms of the new pieces, you are playing 3 of each, and then, of course, just 2 of the fusion spell down here. This card is actually pretty strong for what it does. And I see we're playing 1 copy of the Sanctified Darklord as well. So, also, yeah, that's a Dagdaw, right? I mean, if you've got the tools within the deck to try out some ideas, I feel like this is the sort of pile that's going to get you places. Darklord Evening Star is a broken card. Next up here, we are playing Elven Notes in combination with Assault Mode good stuff to make a copy of the Stardust Assault Mode, but also we have access into the Crimson Blader Assault Mode. And this is not the only list that I'm going to have for Assault Mode stuff in this video. So that's kind of an interesting little thing to take away here. I do see that there is a huge emphasis on actually playing multiple copies of Baron de Fleur, which, shucky darn, man, if this deck actually is putting up multiple Barons or, rotating passively into extra Barons, that's a fucking scary thought. I do see that we are playing the Majestic Star Dragon to be able to troll the opponent. We also do see the Crimson Dragon, the toggle into the Majestic Star Dragon, which is just fine. I mean, like, these are the sorts of armaments and things that I do like to see within the design space for these decks. Also, only 2-side reflector. I think this is just fine in terms of ratios. All right, next up here. Oh, well, there's a lot going on in this deck. So, yes, we are playing Yield Aslepiscu, which is just going to do Black Garden things where you're going to try to burn your opponent out, and then you're just going to try to OTK them through Chronomaly Atlantis number 6. Now, realistically, this is very hard and very complicated to do in terms of the combo pieces. I mean, I do see we are playing the Minimus Elephant in here. We got access to the Radiant Typhoon Chant to be able to get this particular lineup going. Post-side decking, we've also got access into the Noble Knight Shieldbearer just to kind of help us with the setup, which is actually not bad. And additionally, MST stuff down here as well, depending on how you need to sculpt up. But yeah, nice FTK deck. And the fact you can also archer your Christia, your opponent's kind of stupid. Next up here, oh boy, we have the Trickstar good stuff. Just kidding. The only thing this Trickstar package is doing is turboing into the Moon of the Closed Heaven here, just so that I can turbo set up resources and actually try to go for it. And it gets a little bit toxic here just to try to turbo speed up. You're also playing Licorice in here as well, just to be able to kind of generate some extra advantage. But also, with what small canine package you got going for you, you do need to be kind of a little bit more aware. But I mean, once again, this is all just 2-card combos. You want to access, the brokenness that is this combo line and be able to set up and go. And 99% of the time, it's going to be crazy. Also, Blue Angel's Tears is going to get you into some extra little BS along the way, which is kind of interesting, I will say. Ooh, we have Gem Knights for you with the Earth good stuff and the Magnet Warrior toolbox. So I think we can officially just say that this is Earth toolbox now, because the Magnet Warrior stuff's Earth. It's there to combo up and get more consistent bodies. The Gem Knight stuff, well, I mean, this is basically going to be Earth good stuff. Then, of course, you're all kind of slapping it together with the Block Dragon to create these lines of play to have extra accessibility so that, we can just kind of combo up and go from there. It is not a strange concept whatsoever, but I do feel like at the end of the sugar-coated rainbow, though, it gets kind of interesting. Also, this deck has access to a Rise Heart. Like, seriously, we're doing this? Like, why does this deck have access to a Rise Heart? That should not be a idea that you really want to be slapping on the table, giving this deck, you know, that level of consistency. Next up here, we have more Elven Notes, but this is where you start to get to see this is why we play Medius route, because being able to, dare I say, there's the A Hero Lives, being able to not only drop down one Medius while having another Medius on the field through the effect of this is very much where the fun starts to come into play for this deck. And I do think that this has actually helped out a lot of the consistency now that players have, you know, kind of revisited the idea formerly of what Vice's Starfrost was doing. You know, we all seen in the past where we were going with using Vice's Starfrost as that little bridge piece to be able to get set up and go. And then we kind of return back this week and we're seeing the exact same thing here, where, you know, this piece is just enabling a lot of good potential for this. Outside of that, I mean, this is pretty interesting. And then we have more assault mode for you. Now, this build's going up to 60 cards. I also understand that, yeah, we are playing the OSS in here. I mean, right, if you have access to OSS, you may as well try to play it, because this card is just kind of gas city. That's the one thing I've kind of noticed about these sorts of decks and their interactions is if you can slap an OSS on the table, by God, go for it. It is going to generate you some stupid advantage, but also, yes, Witch of the White Forest is going to get you into some of this little extra turbo good stuff here, kind of get you set up. We have Baron de Flora access. You do once again see that Majestic Star Dragon kind of popping up within the extra deck space, which I do think, once again, is very nice. You get to see that little bit of a buffer that this deck kind of wants, and also, you know, oops, all synchro. We get to see the brokenness that is Gravity Collapse coming together for this deck. Next up here, we have, oh god, you know it's bad when they still have access to the Gimmick Puppet Lock. This has been the thing that's been kind of horrifying to watch, is like, Albaz kind of erupts in the OCG, because it's like, oh, hey, you guys love Expulsion, right? Well, what if we also play the Nightmare? Like, we watched in the OCG stream, where you were able to, like, double layer down, like, the Gimmick Puppet Nightmare with the Expulsion, and it was a crazy ride just to follow that. You also do see that this build is playing triple Radiant Typhoon. I mean, hey, if I could trade in a Brandon and High Spirits, I might have opened 2 of. Ooh, why not, right? Extra free draw power. It's also not like the Fallen and the Virtuous isn't just going to net you into extra resources itself being a quick play. Like, there's a lot to think about with this card being a piece of the puzzle that you can kind of slot in here. It's there's a lot. And then, oh boy, here we go again. I do love watching the for hire stuff come together, but you're also going to notice, yeah, we got Azunas in here. We do have the Lupus. You have no reason not to be playing the pseudo package within this deck, because, I mean, if your opponent does hand trap you, you do go the Azuna into the Lupus, which gets you into the Ripper, you know, for the extra level of negate if you need, or you can go into this, or you can go into the Durandal to basically try to cheese wipe your opponent's hand with the Draw and Lockbird. It is, there are countermeasures to be had with this. I'm not going to say that, you know, they're not exactly great, but there are ideas to be had. This build's also maximizing on the spells, which I think is the right way to go. And also, we are actually playing Wiz. It's been a while since I've seen Wiz actually getting the chance to be played in the deck. Then our last list here is actually Dragon Link. Interesting. In terms of Dragon Link, going with actual rocket traces and all this good stuff, which is fine. Playing the one rocket detonator, double super poly to rip apart the board. We do get to see impulses going full steam ahead. In terms of the extra deck stuff, I do, and there's the Boral Sword. Okay, so they did build in the Boral Sword. Also got room for the super poly targets in here, which is kind of crazy to think about, that they managed to get that much space within this deck. Not too bad, but What do you guys think about these interesting decks? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.